Evening, everyone. Icy here. Tragic day for this nation when someone who is of a different political persuasion is almost assassinated by those that fear him the most. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb speculating that the shooter against former President Donald Trump is either an illegal or a Democrat. I hate saying it that way, but it seems to be the Democrat modus operandi, because it was a Democrat that tried to assassinate Jerry Ford. It was a Democrat that tried to assassinate Ronald Reagan. It was a Democrat that assassinated President Abraham Lincoln. And it was a socialist, which is almost as bad as a Democrat, that assassinated John F. Kennedy. So, it was also a Democrat that shot at and almost killed Steve Scalise. So what do we have here, people? We have here the beginnings of the Second Civil War of this United States. I say this with all fear and trepidation because I don't want to see it to happen. However, we have people that just have been attacking former President Trump since the day he got out of office and then said he was going to run again for almost 3 years now. The BS raid on Mar-a-Lago with the so-called classified documents that, as a president of the United States, it was perfectly legal for him to have. All he had to do was say, I declassified them, and it was legit. But the Democrats had to come up with some way to go after him, and that was what they did. Notice, 3 a.m. raid on Mar-a-Lago by dozens of agents. You didn't get the same treatment on Biden's residence or the office that he had his other documents stored at, which is in Chinatown, I believe it was. Not only that, but former President Trump, it was authorized to have documents. Joe Biden, when he took those documents, he was not a president. He was a senator at the time. That right there makes it illegal. Nothing happened to him. Double standard. Now, let's also look at it this way. E. Jean Carroll mysteriously pops up after all those years with claims of sexual harassment. So, it brings back memories of Brett Kavanaugh and the Supreme Court hearings with Democrats coming out of the woodwork with claims of sexual harassment, rape, whatever you want to use. Then you got the attack on former President Trump by Letitia James, who was running for the Attorney General's office with suspected dark money contributed to her from the missing $850 million under Bill de Blasio's tenure as mayor of New York City. Also, Alvin Bragg going after former President Donald Trump, also with dark money that mysteriously shows up. And both of them worked together in New York City when Letitia James was the DA and Alvin Bragg was the ADA. $850 million goes missing. An investigation starts. Rumor has it that the mayor, Bill de Blasio, asked them not to bother to do any more investigation. And lo and behold, Letitia James becomes the Attorney General of New York State. Alvin Bragg's got what? Over $30 million now on a salary of $200,000 a year? How does that work? It don't. Now, they went after Trump for all kinds of stupid things. Campaign finance, he never violated it. Things that the lawyer did, he's not responsible for. But this is the way the Democrats roll. They got to target you somehow because, face facts, the Biden administration is so full of holes it makes Swiss cheese look jealous. You have Hunter Biden, who is now currently sitting in with his dad during presidential briefings. A crackhead like him sitting in on presidential briefings. And Jill Biden, acting like she is the actual president, dictating to Joe what needs to be done or what needs to be said. Praising him like he's a little lost puppy. So, this nation is in a quandary at this present time because now you have an assassination attempt against Donald Trump. If the shooter turns out to be a Democrat, which I suspect he is, but it's my guess. Okay, I'm biased. I don't like a lot of Democrats because they're two-faced. Me, I'm not two-faced. I'll tell you to your face if you're a piece of shit or not. Don't care. Democrats will shake your hand, smile, and then when you walk away, stab you in the back. So that's just the way it is. But if this person is in fact affiliated with some way, shape, or form the Democrat Party, it's going to bring a lot of suspicion on the Democrats, more so than they've already had. It's also going to make some of these Democrat personnel like Merrick Garland, the Attorney General for the United States, he can't start covering shit up. He's already in deep trouble with Congress as it is. They wanted to fine him, and some of these rhino Republicans decided to vote against it. So now you got this going on, and if another attempt is made on Trump, I'm afraid that powder keg has already been lit, and this time it will explode. I fear for my country. I fear for my fellow citizens. And what I fear most is that the members of the Democratic Party have sold this country out for power and control. And that's what I fear the most. Why else would they vote against the SAVE Act? Why else would they vote against securing the border? Why else would they vote against holding Biden officials accountable for their actions? Face facts. How many illegals have murdered U.S. citizens already, and not one official that allowed it to happen by allowing these illegals in has paid a price? The powder keg has been lit. When it goes, who knows? I see out.